Senator Shehu Sani has publicly disclosed that the former president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has wasted 8 years of his administration by employing and appointing incompetent people that failed Nigerians. Described Muhammadu Buhari's administration as the worst administration. Comments President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his reform programs, advises President Tinubu to address the issue of poverty. Also speak about the Nigerian's dream. This was made known during the launching of the Nigerian's Dream and Award held in Abuja.
Buhari has wasted Nigeria's time for 8 years. He has employed people, he has appointed people who failed, and he kept on extending their period in office. That's very wrong. He has accused all governments of corruption and pilferings. All the ills of Nigeria, he accused all the previous government. Here his government has proven one of the worst in the history of Nigeria. So as far as I'm concerned, Tinubu has started very well. The reform programs embarked upon by this administration are positives, but they have to be very careful in terms of the hardship and the suffering inflicted on the people. We have been paying millions of naira and then billions of naira and trillions of naira as subsidy to people they call petroleum marketers, which you and me cannot mention the name of any one person. Who are these people? That has stopped. It's good. But it is reflecting on our food, on our tuition fees for our children, and in our hospital bills. So there must be a serious attempt to address the issue of poverty in this country with that aspect of it. The sacking of the service chief is very important. It's necessary. When people are appointed into office and they fail to perform, they should be sacked. And by the Nigerian dream, it means the crystallization of our hopes, our aspirations, our expectations, our demands, our forecast, and perhaps our prophecy of what a Nigerian should be. And when you talk about Nigerian dream, it is about us and our future, politically, socially, economically. Where will Nigeria be in the next 10, 20, 30 years? What was the tribulations, the travails, and the challenges we faced in our journey as a nation? And for now, we have reached a point where Nigerians have started asking themselves questions. We are a nation of 220 million people. What plans, what provisions, what vision do we have as a nation that will take charge of our lives for the next 10, 20 years? So when we talk of the Nigerian dream, it is about education, it's about health, it's about infrastructure, it's about the realization of our own vision of the future.
As the author of the Nigerian Dream, Madmo Paul kicked against the removal of fuel subsidy, called on federal government to make Nigeria refinery functional, that inflation in fuel will lead rise of crime rates in Nigeria.
But you don't even need to announce that you're removing subsidy. Put our refinery to work. Ensure that we have a raise of wage. Nigeria is the lowest in terms of wage receiving, is the lowest on the globe. And yet we are an oil-producing nation. There's everything wrong with it. There's everything wrong with it. From housing policy to the fuel issue, Nigerians should be doing a lot better, because we have been gifted with every resources, human and natural. We shouldn't be in this space at all. The Free Nigeria movement is committed. We are going to come out in mass. I will say it here objectively and fearlessly, because it is we can't subject what is going on right now is going to lead to a raise of crime rates in this country. Already we are seeing it in places.
However, he revealed the content in his book called The Nigerian's Dream.
A lot of excerpts in the book that show clearly what actions should be taken beyond just agitation and advocacy, beyond mobilization, to really organizing and calling to action. That's the next step that has to do. We must go beyond just agitation, beyond just advocacy, much more than just mobilization. Two key things that is the next step is organizing of these thought values in spaces, from our religious to schools to our banking sector to our polity and governance structure, that will allow for a domestication of these values. Because at the end of the day, the policeman, the soldier, the people that we see, the civil servants, they all come from family. This is the next step that needs to be taken.
Atonda Babatunde, GTV Africa.